fix this.
Yeah.
I feel like Caitlyn, I mean, that's kind of her way, is when she sees something that's wrong, she wants to fix it. She saw
back to the bridge scene when they say their goodbyes. It's a much, it's sad, but it's much more warm now. Oh God, this hurts!
My eyes have tears in them right now. They didn't come out yet. They're building up.
Yeah, I can see them, just like Caitlyn's.
Hello, how's it going? I'm Jenni.
KB here.
And today we are going to be doing a video that we have long been putting off.
Yeah, and when we mean putting off, we mean putting off.
Yeah.
Like, super putting off.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this instead! And the time has come!
The time has come.
The time has come to talk about the breakup scene in Arcane. I said it. Yeah, so we're going to be reacting to that.
And we're doing kind of like reaction / analysis.
Yeah, so we'll be pausing it to kind of discuss our feelings, because this one is
and thoughts and like
got a lot going on, even though it's a very short clip. There is a lot going on. Yeah, I know, right? Just like, whoo, just deeply breathe in.
And we recently covered the council scene, recently-ish. Because after that, we kept being like, yeah, we'll get to the breakup scene soon.
We will, right?
No, I don't think we will.
Yeah, we did a reaction to the council scene, and that was really good, too. But yeah, so buckle up, because it's going to be a ride.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay, already the setting is like
This
really
is
gloomy.
Like, really sad.
And like even just looking at this boom wallpaper scene.
It is a boom wallpaper scene.
It makes me want to cry just seeing it.
I mean, it is very foreboding, right?
Yeah.
You've got these very dark, faded out colors.
Yeah.
You've got this downpour of rain, and you've just got this very miserable atmosphere, or as quite dreary atmosphere going on here. And you know, and there's just like a little bit of light, right? You get the light from the reflection of the light post, and then some lights in the window over here, but quite honestly, it's pretty dark.
It's dim.
It's very dim.
It's getting us ready for this like dim feeling.
It really is, but that's what's I mean, and that's what's so wonderful about it, because if you never watched Arcane and you saw this boom wallpaper, what would you think of this scene?
It looks like very emotional.
Yes.
I feel like it pulls out a lot of emotion.
It really does.
And like specifically like turmoil, because it's not lightly raining. I feel like light raining would be like, oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But like this kind of downpour brings out this feeling of like turmoil. What about you?
It definitely does. It just has like that sense of gloom, that sense of just, to me, just looking at this, if I just saw this like anywhere, I'd be like, wow, that's really depressing, but it's also beautiful in its own way, because you know, some stuff that's sad can also be beautiful too.
Yeah. And
you look at this and it's very beautifully done, but it's also, we know what's coming, and it's just like, oh, I got all the feels and everything. So yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
And it's also really sad.
But mostly bitter.
So bittersweet is what it makes me feel like. I mean, this is very bittersweet little boom wallpaper here. So
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh. I'm already having feelings. I mean, it makes sense. She's chasing after her.
She is.
And Vi like turned face away.
She is, and she's like trying to protect herself like she can from the rain too. Caitlyn is with her arm up like this, trying to get her to stop. And Vi's like, usually Vi stands up very tall, right? Because she feels, you know, that's just how she is. And then she's kind of like slouching and looking down like this.
Yeah.
And she's basically giving up at this point. You know, and she's just
so she's like it seems like she's expressing with her body language the feeling of being like defeated. Yeah, she's completely defeated because she didn't know what was gonna happen with the council, but you know, at the end of the day, like they tried, and what else can they do at this point? You know, I need to get away. And sweet oh gosh. Oh gosh. No. But look at her face, because while you saw like the back of her, look at her face. She looks like all these different. She looks upset. She looks mad. She looks defeated. Yeah. And she's not even trying to cover her face like Caitlyn is.
No, she's not. Caitlyn's like trying to stay dry the best she can. Poor girl. She's trying.
Yeah. She was like kind of trying to see like where is I?
That too.
By wandering off on her own.
Yeah.
It's interesting though because they're both looking down, which kind of has to do a little with the rain. Yeah. But also with like the feeling and emotion that comes with this. Yeah. Their face and their facial expressions look very similar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And Vi is just so... I know. Oh, gosh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So, Vi says she's leaving because that's what everyone up here wants.
Yeah.
But Caitlyn's someone up here, and she doesn't want that.
I know she doesn't, but I feel like at this point, Vi's not really thinking about this so much. She's thinking about like what she just experienced at the council. Mm-hmm. No one wants her there. They literally were almost going to get removed from the council until she left.
They wanted to.
I know your fancy damn door is, and then she like leaves, and then Caitlyn goes after her. So into her, it's like anyone that could do something up here besides you doesn't want anything to do with me. Mm-hmm. Why am I here? Right. Why did I take this chance? Yeah. And look at Caitlyn just looks like...
And she says you can fix this. Yeah. I feel like Caitlyn, I mean, that's kind of her way, is when she sees something that's wrong, she wants to fix it. She saw Vi was hurt, she wanted to help her. She saw even earlier in the scene where she was looking around at the Jinx scene. Yeah. And she found that guy that must have been working for Silco. Yeah. That's the one that Vi ended up punching out. When she saw him on the ground, she didn't know him from anything. He's like this like hardened criminal that works for Silco, and she's there. She said the same thing to him, like easy, easy, easy. Yeah. And she gave him something to help him feel better. So I can fix this, we can fix this, I don't know. But that's kind of her way, is like, if she sees something not working, she wants to do something about it.
And she does. And she means it, too. Like, she literally just wants to do what's best. And she tries so hard right here, but you can already see the shimmer in her eyes when Vi says you can't.
Aww.
Oh, gosh.
Well, let's be honest. When we go back to the beginning of the show, and Vi... like, they show her looking with her, like, gaze upon Piltover. She sees them as this far-removed enemy.
She does.
That caused her parents' death. That caused the life that she has. What was it that she later said about,
I'm having trouble hearing. Oh. Can you say that again?
No, I don't think I And, when she was little... Oh, okay. She was little, she said that she wanted Powder to have a better life than her, that she grew up, like, thinking that she was less than the people in Piltover. So I feel like most of her life, and then she got, like, freaking thrown in prison for nothing.
Yes.
So most of her life has taught her that, like, Piltover is the enemy. Yeah. That Topsiders don't care about her, and... that started to change with Caitlyn, but she's saying, like, this is how it's always been. Yeah. It's kind of like, this is what my, like, literal entire life, up until you, has taught me about the dynamics between Piltover and the Undercity.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like Caitlyn was this, like, kind of unusual force. Yeah. Of something that's very different. And... that's why she's a misfit. Yeah. That's why Caitlyn's a misfit, because she doesn't fit in with the way that everyone else does everything. But I think here, Vi is like, yeah, like, you might want things to be different and be better, but that's not how they are.
No, absolutely not, because as we just saw what happened to her at the council, that's why she knows, you know, it's like Caitlyn is just one person. Yeah, she has influence and she has power and she has money, but she can only do so much. You know, the council is what runs this part of Piltover. You have to get them all on board, and if you don't, then well, this is what happens. Yeah. And it's sad to see, because like this scene right here, you know, they're really kind of pretty spaced away from each other. Like Caitlyn's right here and Vi's right here, and then finally they're like kind of sort of looking at each other, but and then you get to see this light right here. It's so many feelings.
I mean, I feel like it kind of, unfortunately, reminds me of, like, Vi being a fighter. Yep. She's her defenses are up.
Yep.
Really.
Oh yeah, they're
and
back
so
up
she's
sure.
like, don't come too close to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to protect myself.
Yeah.
And then Caitlyn being like, yeah, you don't need that. Like, I'm gonna help you fix this. And Vi's already in kind of like fight or flight. It seems
she definitely is. She's avoiding it for sure. But if you go back to the bridge scene when they say their goodbyes, it's a much it's sad, but it's much more warm. It's much more like, hey, I care and want to be there, even though I have to leave no matter what. But this is like, no.
You're right. The tone was very different.
Yeah.
They hugged each other. She said, "Thanks for everything, Cupcake."
I know.
Yeah, and we did that in a different video.
Yeah,
we covered that, so y'all can check it out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're so right. The contrast between that and this. I mean, I think emotions are super high because of, like you said, because of what they just went through.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it kind of like escalates everything, and now there's just this.
Yeah.
Oh. So what I'm hearing from Vi is Caitlyn brought her hope.
Yes.
And that she convinced Vi that there was a possibility of change. And it seems like Vi is like, yeah, I was stupid to believe you. And to an extent, like I said, everything else in her life has taught her something different.
Yeah.
The fact that Caitlyn was able to change her mind in the first place is huge.
Oh, absolutely. Because if you think about it, like the enforcers themselves have been such a terrible thing for her, right? And an enforcer, out of all things, to bring her this kind of hope is just like, what's even happening right now?
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. And that's why she's like, hey, I was really stupid to believe this could actually like work the way you thought it could.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't know what happened, like, went behind the door, like what their plans were or anything like that. We have no idea. So they could have had like some kind of plans or whatever, and things that they were going to go ahead and
we made a video about that too, by the way.
we did. But you know what's also interesting too? And Vi's light is in the but look how much in the light Caitlyn is in, and look how much in the darkness that Vi is in.
So Caitlyn was kind of like a guiding light for her.
That's what I feel like.
She's like that force of light and hope
Yep.
in Vi's mind, and Vi just isn't there anymore. She's not in it. She's out of that warmth.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah.
And you can see Caitlyn's like trying to reach out to her right now. Oh God,
so
this hurts.
Oh. Yeah. See?
That plan, the fixer. She wants to fix it.
The voice of hope. Yep, and the voice of we can fix it. Let's do something about it.
And she's getting a little bit closer too.
Yeah.
Vi.
She's, yeah. I think that she's like disheartened because she's angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, about what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
No, okay, so she's not looking at her when she says
No,
this.
she's not. She just look away.
Yeah.
She can't look at her.
Yeah, that's such a painful thing to say. Do you think she's like breaking Caitlyn? Look at Caitlyn's face. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think she's breaking her heart on purpose?
I've been thinking about this for a while because I knew eventually we're going to do this. Vi is very much of an avoidance personality.
Yeah. So
I feel like she wants to protect Caitlyn. And I feel like the things that she's saying, some part of her mind, she does believe them, but some of them she is just saying this to get Caitlyn to back off.
Yeah.
I think she doesn't want Caitlyn to get hurt. And I think she wants to protect her in her Vi way.
That's what you told me, because the first time that I saw this scene, I was just really upset by it. And I didn't understand. I don't do that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't get it. You know, I just didn't get it. And I just was really mad at Vi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, why would you do that to your sweet little cupcake over here?
I know.
Look at her face. She
know.
looks like a puppy.
I know.
Like a little kicked puppy
I know.
with soft eyes. And I was really upset. And you were the one who explained to me, you're like, she's trying to protect her. And so that's why I'm wondering if she's hurting her because she thinks that that's the only way that she's going to get Caitlyn to leave her alone.
Yeah, possibly. I would say that she would. I would believe she also does feel, in a way, what she's saying to some extent, too. But for Vi, like, most people that she's come into contact with, they've gotten hurt. Vander's dead.
Yeah.
Powder is Jinx. Milo and Clagger are dead. You know, even Echo and their parents are dead. Yeah. So like anyone that she really cares about, you know, and Echo went off to do his own thing, but most people that she cares about, it just seems something happens to them. So in her mindset, she's probably like, listen, this is not going to work. Caitlyn will keep falling because she knows how Caitlyn wants to fix everything. Yeah. Caitlyn doesn't want to give up. She wants to keep trying. But even when you go back, like you go to the shower scene and, you know, we get to watch like how Caitlyn's mind like tries to rewind back to that time. She really wanted to go after her. You know, and so if Vi can say things to her that she doesn't mean, but partially means to get Caitlyn to back off, then she can protect her, which obviously she don't protect her. She tried her best, but yeah, I feel like she is trying to push her away because she's like, if I give up on you, you'll give up on me. But we know Caitlyn will not give up on her. But she's the best. Yeah, she's the best. Caitlyn's so great. Yeah. But yeah, it is hurtful though for like that to be said. And you can tell like Caitlyn's just kind of like, you know, seriously? Like.
And again, like Vi's whole life has taught her that this is true.
Yeah.
Her whole life, she's seen the two cities as oil and water.
She has from her young age because she saw what happened. She's old enough to see all that stuff that happened. Her parents, you know, being dead and Vander carrying them on their back to the other side. You know, she's seen all this like chaos and fire, and then she saw what happened to what's his face. Oh gosh, the guy that was taking care of Echo. Like, she saw him get murdered by Benzo. Yeah, Benzo, you know. So she's only seen all these terrible things that are going on once again with the enforcers, you know. So she doesn't really know anything else. Yeah. And then she's, like, thrown in prison for about, like, 7 years, and we have no idea what that was like for her there. You know, so she's really, like, a soft person, but she really does have her guard up completely right here. And she can't look at Caitlyn. I feel like if she looks at Caitlyn, like, she just wouldn't be able to commit what she's saying. And, oh, man, here it comes.
All the song lyrics. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
All the song lyrics came to mind the first time I heard this, beside the fact that I was really sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And we did cover this on the video where we were talking about what we think happened when the two of them were in bed together. Yeah. Like, after that scene. Yeah. People have all kinds of ideas about what happened between them. Yeah. When she said, what about us? Like, briefly, our take is that we think that they made plans of things that they could do to better the lives of the people in the Undercity, to make their world a better place. So, yeah.
And maybe some cuddling.
And that's part of how they brought their, like, ideas. They were going to share them at the council. Council got cut early. So when she says, what about us? I do think that there's several layers of what this means. So, first of all, we saw that bridge scene. We saw how connected and close they were then. Yeah. They've only gotten more connected and close since. Yep. So there's definitely that component of, like, close women taking care of each other, right? There's also, like, in another layer is, like, the plans that they had made. I feel like it's really hard, and especially for someone who is trying to make a difference, like Caitlyn is, to see her plans that she's made, that they're not gonna happen now. Like, I feel like anytime that, like, if I were to cancel plans on you, you'd, like, freaking lose your mind. You'd be like, you're really compassionate when something, like, important. Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm not feeling, I hope you feel better. But if I'm like, hey, like, we're gonna go to the store this time and this time, now we're gonna go this time. You're like, but the plan was, so, like, when you're, like, close with someone and you plan things together and then they change the plan, it's really upsetting. Yeah. And I know for me, like, when I went through a long-term relationship breakup, one of the things that was the hardest for me to wrap my mind around was all the plans that we had made that now my brain had to conceive of the fact that none of those would happen. That was, for me, the hardest part of that breakup. And it was a really hard breakup for me. But I was like, oh, wait, we planned to go here. Guess we're not doing that now. We planned to do this together. Guess we're not doing that. This. Like, all those things. And so even though they've known each other a short time, they've gotten very close during that time. And the fact that they've made plans together, and now Vi is, like, dipping out, yeah, I can see how it's, like, freaking really upsetting for Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Also, we, like, lesbians tend to make plans early, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And the thing, think about the world that they're living in. You know, people say, oh, they have to know each other for a long time. First of all, lesbians don't have to, number one. Number two, they live in a very chaotic world that they don't know if the other one's going to come home or what next day or not, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to have the time you have now because you never know if you're going to lose that time. So, but yeah, when they say the what about us too, and I mean, you couldn't, like, make it any more obvious what they're talking about. They're talking about their connection. They're talking about their relationship, whatever you may see that as. And it's, like, very hurt you could see on Caitlyn's face right here. And you can also see that Vi has, like, a little bit of a grimace. It's very kind of, like, blurry because of the shot. But, you know, it's, like, and the rain is coming down even more. And it looks like there's, like, it's not tears, but it's, like the rain's coming down here. It's, like, very symbolic to, you know, wanting to cry. Because we don't see any tears like that.
That we know of.
That we know of because
like,
of the
could
rain.
They
could be. It looks like they could be. And now here we go. This hurts!
No, that looks... Oh, no, don't say it, Vice. Don't say it.
And she can't look at her. Look at her eye before she says this. So she's not looking at her.
Yeah. Do you think that she really thinks this?
No. I feel like a small part of her mind might.
Yeah.
But she can't look at her.
I think that the logical side of her brain could believe this.
Yeah.
But I think in her heart, she knows it's not true.
There's no way. There's no way. She can't even look at Caitlyn.
Yeah.
It's like, look me in the eyes and tell me that. She can't. She looks to the side, looks down, and then she's looking away.
Yeah.
Because she's just, like, trying to convince herself, this is the best thing I can do right now to protect this girl. And, you know, Vi's not really so much thinking as much about what's going to do to Caitlyn's feelings because she just wants to push her away.
Yeah. So, this is not the first time she's pushed Caitlyn away.
No, it's not.
The very first time she did anything like this was the parkour scene.
Yeah.
Where she was like, when I first watched it, I thought she ditched her. I thought Vi ditched Caitlyn and was like, yeah, we're going to do some parkour. And just like, wee, look how cool I look. Okay, I'm gone. And then she came around and I was like, oh, she did come back. I was surprised. Then...
Throws the clothes. Here.
Yeah. Then we saw again, Vi ditch Caitlyn. When's the next time?
So the legit time when Vi was gonna ditch Caitlyn was in the brothel scene.
Yeah.
She was just gonna leave her there.
Which we did a whole video called about Vi ditching Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Was that a thing? Was
absolutely. That one I do believe. The first one, no, she was just messing with her and trying to see if she could keep up with her and then give her some clothes. The second one, she's like, okay, she's here. I got where I need to go. I'm gonna go now. You know?
Yeah.
So that definitely was ditching. So yeah, she's already trying to push her away.
And so what she did at that time was she kind of said what she needed to say to get away from her.
She did.
Basically.
She did.
So, and that's why you say, like, she's avoidant. Because she just, like, ditches people, kind of.
Yeah, it's just what she does. She's trying to protect her, but...
Yeah.
You know, but, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So, yeah.
Oh, the way the raindrop just fell right down here. I think she might be crying.
She might be. Oh, don't make cupcakes cry. So, like what we were saying, how Vi kind of said what she needed to say to ditch Caitlyn. I think Caitlyn's, like, she's very smart.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's kind of picked up on this.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're just saying that. I think it's both. She's kind of picked up. I think she picked up the fact that that's kind of how Vi operates.
Yep.
And that she doesn't want to believe it.
Exactly.
She wants to believe that Vi wouldn't do something like
exactly. That. Oh, God, the feels, that face, I can't.
Aww.
It's so sad and beautiful at the same time. Ugh. Oh, I think she is crying. Her eyes are welling up right here. Oh, dear goodness.
And look on the side. It looks like that one streaking down might be a tear.
Oh, my gosh. Riot. Oh, my gosh. Go back to that big shiny house of yours and just forget me.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
And so it does seem like, even though I hated her the first time, for this, I didn't hate her, but I hated that she did this the first time I watched it. It does seem like what you said is true, and that she says, do yourself a favor. She's trying to tell her, like, this is what would be best for you.
Yeah.
This is what I think is the best thing for you. She calls her cupcake again. So that is kind of like, for sure, for her, a term of endearment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she's like, I still see you in an endearing way, but I think this is what would be best for you. Yeah. Like, I want you to kind of leave me alone because I think it's the best thing for you.
Yeah, because she feels like if she sticks around, then she doesn't know what could happen to her, what harm she could do. Even though Caitlyn can definitely, like, take care of herself. We've seen this. But to her, she just doesn't want to lose someone else. Yeah. I mean, it's evident when you go to the tea party scene with Jinx, and when Jinx says that Paige a girlfriend of his, at the horror on Vi's face.
Yeah. Because that was the last thing she wanted. She's like, I'm gonna ditch her for her safety. And then, yeah, Jinx did, like, exactly the last thing that Vi wanted her to do. Which then led to her bringing them back together, which is a story for another time. Yeah! We also covered the tea party scene.
We did, but all this
in
hurt.
4 parts.
Yeah, we did a 4-part with that one. This hurt so much!
Yeah. Okay, no, it's not okay, Vi. It's not okay.
Oh man, it's just reminiscent to we watched this for the very first time and you were just like completely like sitting up on the couch like, did you just do that? And I'm like, listen, this is why she did this, and I get it, but this is why she did this.
I was just really upset with Vi. Yeah. I was like, oh, look at them together, they're making plans, they're busting in the council, they're doing all these, and then I was like, Vi did what now?
Oh yeah, but she's a big Vi fan, obviously, but that was like one of your moments where you're just like, I can't believe she just did this.
I know. I see so many feelings, but they're not good.
No, they're not. And there off goes Vi, and Caitlyn is just standing there with the water, just, oh my gosh. And you know, one thing too, Vi puts her hood up. So you know what? She's already soaking wet. Yeah. She's covering her promotion. She does not want to see it.
Because you've seen, like, Vi, as we know, like, Echo says that she blocks with her face.
Yeah.
She's not the best at defense.
No.
And, yeah. So, when she puts her hood up, though, I think that's the one thing she does to protect herself. Yeah. You see her put up her hood when she's going through the Undercity. Yep. She's kind of trying to hide herself so people don't see her. And so here, it kind of, like, gives me the feeling of her just, like, wanting to disappear.
Yeah, exactly. She basically, she's putting the hood on. She's done with this conversation. She needs to get away now. Nothing can see her. She can't see anything right now except for just getting away from Caitlyn. And, I mean, it's kind of like, in a way, when people have, like, their security blanket. In this case, it's her security hood. And it's cute, but also really sad. And for her, this is, again, her avoidance. She's avoiding it. She doesn't want to face this head on because she doesn't want to have anything happen to her. So she's like, that's it. I'm done. This conversation's over. I'm gonna go now. Even though it's not the best thing you could do. But once again, I completely understand because she's trying to protect Caitlyn. Yeah. But we just see poor Cupcake just standing there with the rain. Oh my gosh, this hurts.
Oh, and she's gone. I, like, want to cry.
Oh my god. And there's
I'm not gonna lie.
There's so much in this.
My eyes have tears in them right now. They didn't come out yet. They're building up.
Yeah, I can see them. Just like Caitlyn's. There's so much going on in this, like, entire scene, though. You know, if you just, like, think about how these characters were before they got to this point and how far they have come. Yeah. The transformation is such an organic, natural feel to it. And it's wonderful to see, like, you've got this tough girl who's like, I hate these people are the worst. And then you've got this other girl, and even Caitlyn's first impression of Vi, she was like, you know, not too impressed with her. Like, in what mad world would I trust someone like you? And just how far those two have come in the span of, what is it? Was it 8 episodes? Arcane was 8 episodes?
It was 9.
Or 9 episodes. 9 episodes, my bad. 9 episodes. And it's just wonderful to see how this development happened. This is true with that character development. Like, they said some words, too, but...
Well, this wasn't... I don't know what episode this was.
I think this was episode 8, if there's 9.
Yeah.
Because she gets Jinx snapped at the end of this episode.
Yeah, and we were, like, wondering for so long, what happened?
Yeah, we couldn't go to bed. We had to, like, watch it because we had to see what happened. But it's just such a wonderful way that they did this, as sad as this is, because it's very believable, right? You know, it also kind of has the same feel of, oh gosh, what's that old movie with I can't think of his name. It's an old black and white movie, but
I might know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Casablanca?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Say it.
Which one? What? Huh? What should I say?
Casablanca. The line.
Oh, here's looking at you, kid.
Yay! At least something happy. We got to hear Bostonian say the line.
I mean, so to me, maybe they did. Yay! But I feel like they took some of that and they put this into this, in a sense, it's more modernized, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like in the movie Casablanca, the reason that he's like he lets her go.
He does.
So that she can get away.
Mm-hmm.
And he stays behind.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like giving of himself, you know, sacrificing of himself.
Yeah.
So that she can live a good, happy life without him. So it's same vibe. Now that you explained to me what's going on, like I said, I didn't understand when I first watched it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oil and water, rain scene.
So we made it through that scene without any tear spilling. My eyes were pretty welled up.
Yeah.
It was intense. Yeah.
Yeah, that is just... There's just so much going on in that 56 seconds.
Yeah, we looked up and, like, the length of this is 56 seconds.
It's 56 seconds.
But we also made, like, how long? Like, a 50-minute video once about...
That's true.
Like, a 1 minute...
Yeah, which...
video talking about Arcane character.
Yeah, that was true.
That getting on Arcane characters and, like, we have a lot to say about this, okay?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Again, 56 seconds.
Yeah.
We had a lot to say about it.
But there is a lot to say, because, like, if you just think about it, like, just the artistic style, the symbology, the way the characters are developed over the time, their relationship, everything that they've done, like, even if they didn't have the words and it was just, like, a silent scene, this would be very powerful. You know, that's the wonderful thing that they bring to the table. Like, look at the scene with Caitlyn in the shower. She says nothing.
That's true.
It's all visual. But it's an audio, and it's very powerful. You know, and she's, like, reliving it with the rain downpouring on her and everything to relive that moment. And it's just, like, they do just a wonderful job with just not, like, a lot of dialogue or no dialogue at all. Just the audio and the music. So, yeah.
Yeah. Feelings.
Yeah, I got a lot of feelings.
Yep, same.
Whew. Yeah. This is why we postponed this for so long, because there's just so much that this scene is for its little short. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how the heck is this short? And it's got so much going on. That's just how wonderful they've done it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just whew.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So bittersweet. Excuse me, I go cry into a pillow.
Well, the good news is that we know that they end up getting forced back together.
Yeah, I know. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Jinx didn't do it, I would have. Just kidding. Yeah. So at least we know that there's... I mean, it's not a happy ending to this.
No! I mean, they're back together, but it's not happy.
I know.
Because we have no idea what happens.
And, you know, there was someone who commented on one of our videos, and I think it was on the video where we were talking about what we think there is going to happen in their relationship in the next season. And they were like, oh, well, this is a tragedy, so I don't think they'll be together. And I've been meaning to reply to that. That was a long time ago that we made that video and that someone commented.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But my response to that is that just because people are together doesn't mean that it's happy. One of the things that it reminds me of, like an example of that, was the Hunger Games. At the end of the books, I don't remember what the line is. I don't think I have my books here. But basically, like, the whole time, I was definitely Team Peeta. And so the whole time I was like, oh, I want Peeta and Katniss to be together. Peeta's so good at Katniss. They're so cute together. Like, I really want them together. In the end of the books, spoiler alert, stop if you haven't seen it or read it, or either of the things, because I'm going to spoil it for you. In the end of the books, they do get together, but they basically are like, yeah, we live together, and now our children will, like, play or dance on the ashes of all the people who have died, because there was ton of destruction. So the two of them end up together. I have like goosebumps right now.
Yeah, me too.
After reading all those books, you get to that, and you're like, finally, they can be happy together. And then the wording of it is like, well, they made it. They survived, and they're together, but it's not really a happy ending.
No.
So that's what I think. I think that it can still be a tragedy, and the two of them be together.
Yeah. And if we look at the trailer, not the trailer, but the little snippet that they gave us for season 2 and the audio from that, they're not just going to get together. It's going to take time for sure, because Vi is still very avoiding, and she still wants to protect Caitlyn, and Caitlyn wants to go after Jinx.
Yeah.
Vi doesn't seem to want to.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with those two. I mean, you know, as long as neither one of them die, I'll be happy, because like that would be so sad.
Yeah.
I'm all here for a little bit of angst, but not like full-on angst.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh.
I know.
I want them to be happy.
I feel like they can be happy, but I feel like we're not just going to be given that. It's going to be worked for because of the kind of world that they live in. You know, this is some cute little slice of life show.
Right.
This is like huge things that are going down. Lots of people have died in the first season. You know, so we will have to see.
But I feel like, you know, amongst that can be happy moments.
Absolutely.
We did get some happy moments. Like,
the
time that they were, like, there with the fireflies and they're, like, exploring that little space for the first time.
Yeah.
I felt happy watching it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, there were little moments that I was like, oh, I feel happy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, even, like, the moments they have together, I would say, like, a lot of them are more focused on being sweet and tender than they are, like, super cute and happy, you know?
Yeah. The bedroom scene is so cute. It's so powerful too and cute too.
Yeah. Like them taking care of each other.
I love that.
When one of them needs it.
I love that because if you go, you have like Vi holding Caitlyn up, Caitlyn holding Vi up at the very last scene that we see of them before we get to see, you know, what Jinx has got going on with Fishbones. You have like both of them kind of holding each other up.
I feel like that really, like, and the way that they do that, I feel like really speaks to the humanness within us that has this survival instinct and knows that, like, we need each other to survive.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we learn from each other.
Yep.
And we see it in a very real way when Caitlyn saves Vi. We see it in a very real way when Vi saves Caitlyn. Like, both of them, they need each other, and the other one is there.
Yep.
So I feel like that speaks to us on such a deep level. It's that survival instinct within us as humans that it's just like, wow, they need each other. Like, it's not just like I want, I adore, I admire. It's like, no, I needed you, and you were there for me when I really needed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I definitely think we'll get more moments like that in the next season.
Absolutely. And it's such a beautiful relationship that they have too. It's so sweet and tender.
Yeah. Super excited for season 2 whenever it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Until then, we'll still be obsessing over season 1. Let us know what you all think about this scene in the comments below. Yeah, we definitely want to hear your insights.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, there's a lot of different things you can take from this scene, so be curious what you all think about it. And for us, it was like, we kept pushing it back. We're like, let's do it. It's on the calendar. Let's move it.
Yeah.
This trailer just came out. Let's do this instead.
We would literally be like, no, don't have it in me today. Like, we would have it planned. And we're like, okay, we're going to do it tomorrow. And then we'd sit down and be like, nah.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah, I do not have it in me today to watch that scene. So yeah, we finally got to it.
Yeah.
Hope you all maybe I don't know if I should say enjoyed it. Got something out of it.
Yeah.
Gained some insight. But yeah, we would love to stay in touch with you. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And we look forward to connecting with you again soon. We'll be sending so much love. Till next time.
Later.